The mountain air that morning carried a golden warmth, the kind that painted everything in soft light as though the world itself was trying to make this day more beautiful. The penthouse was decorated with white lilies, ivory curtains swaying with the cool breeze, and chandeliers twinkling softly above like tiny stars caught in glass. Everyone was bustling around stylists, decorators, photographers, their laughter and chatter echoing faintly down the long hall. But inside your room it was quiet, too quiet. You sat in front of the large mirror, your wedding gown cascading around you like liquid silk, delicate lace wrapping your arms and shoulders. Your reflection looked radiant, almost unreal, but your eyes they carried a heaviness no amount of makeup could hide. You ran your fingers gently over the veil placed beside you and sighed softly. 2 months, 2 long months since you had seen Jungkook. Thanks to that Jeon family ritual, an old tradition that forbade the groom and bride from meeting before the wedding to purify their union. You tried to respect it, but it had only made you lonelier. You missed him terribly, and now, on your wedding day, instead of excitement, a strange ache tugged at your chest. You stared at your reflection again. You should be happy, you told yourself. You are finally marrying him, the man you once thought you lost forever, but memories flooded in, sharp, vivid, like reopened ones. You remembered that other wedding day, the one you ran away from. The chaos, the fear, Jungkook's aunt's threats echoing in your ears, Jisoo and Leah's frightened faces when they were taken just to control you. The way your heart pounded as you slipped out into the dark, leaving behind your love, your future, your woes, and the letter that broke Jungkook's soul. You squeeze your eyes shut, your chest tightening. If only things had gone differently back then. You stood up suddenly, brushing away the thought, deciding to distract yourself. You began looking through your drawers for your jewelry box, hoping to find the bracelet Jungkook once gifted you. You opened the cupboard near the vanity, moving hangers aside, pushing a few boxes away, until something fell from the top shelf and landed on the carpet with a soft thud. You frowned and bent down. It was a small leather bound diary, old, slightly worn, tied with a thin string. The initials KTH were faintly engraved on the corner. Your breath hissed. Taehyung, you whispered under your breath. Curiosity tugged at you. Slowly, you sat down on the floor. Untying the string and opened it. The pages smelled faintly of ink and pine, and at first you laughed softly at what you saw. There were doodles, random sketches, and tiny notes written in his messy handwriting. She spilled coffee again today, clumsy as always. But I couldn't even be mad. She laughed, and that was it. Game over. You chuckled quietly, shaking your head. Seriously, Taehyung? You flipped the page. She called me her best friend today. Don't know why it hurt, but it did. Your smile faltered slightly. You turned another page. Jungkook. She told me about him today. That name, it's hers again, her past, her everything. I should be happy for them. But it feels like someone stabbed me, slow and deep. Your heart clenched. The handwriting was shakier now, as though he would written those words in pain. You kept reading, each page cutting deeper than the last. When she talks about him, her eyes glow. I wish she would look at me like that once. I never confessed because love shouldn't make someone uncomfortable. I would rather stay silent than make her heart heavy. When she cries, I hate myself for being helpless. I can't even comfort her without feeling like I'm crossing a line. She deserves everything, even if it means I have to stand in the background smiling like a fool while my heart breaks. You could barely breathe. The laughter you had earlier was gone, replaced by trembling lips and a stinging in your eyes. You turned another page, and there, sketched carefully with graphite, was you. It was one of the most beautiful portraits you had ever seen. You were smiling, not the way you smile for photos, but the way you smile when you were genuinely happy. Beside the sketch, he had written, "If she ever finds this, I hope she knows I never wanted to make her feel guilty. I just wanted her to know that someone loved her quietly, purely, endlessly." Tears blurred Tears blurred your vision. You tried to steady your breathing, but your throat burned as you turned to the next page. "She's marrying Jungkook soon." His voice cracked when he said her name. "Maybe they really are meant to be. Maybe I was just a small chapter in her story. But still, she ever needs someone. I'll always be there, even if it means watching her belong to someone else." A tear slipped down your cheek and landed on the ink, smudging the words slightly. You covered your mouth, a sob escaping before you could stop it. And then the last page. It wasn't written like the rest. It was dated just yesterday. "Tomorrow she will be a bride, my best friend, my best friend, my favorite person, my everything. The woman I love more than anything. I had accepted it. Love doesn't always mean getting the person. Sometimes it means loving them enough to let them go. But when she walks down that aisle, I'll be the happiest man alive. Because she's finally getting what she deserves: peace, love, and everything I couldn't give her. I just hope she never finds this diary, because if she does, I won't be able to hide the truth anymore." You stared at the words, your heart pounding, tears falling freely now. Your hands trembled as you traced the final sentence with your fingertip. For the first time, you realized how much pain he had buried behind that soft smile, behind every "I'm fine," behind every time he helped you and Jungkook with your life together. "Taehyung," you whispered shakily, pressing the diary to your chest.